me show you something here real quick. Ripple pilots a private ledger for central banks launching CBDCs. So it allows the central banks to launch CBDCs for their respective countries. Ripple is piloting a private version of the public open source XRP ledger that provides central banks a secure, controlled, and flexible solution for the issuance and management of digital currency. So central banks are able to launch CBDCs on the Ripple platform.
Wholesale CBDCs originate from the domestic platforms. They can be transferred between the domestic platforms and the transnational network using bridges.
So they can be transferred between each other using the transnational network. They can be transferred across, oh my goodness, come on. Come on, guys. Oh my goodness. The people who are naysayers towards XRP and Ripple, I mean, to me it's like, did they do even 2 seconds of research into Ripple? Like, my goodness.
A uniform technical standard for the wholesale CBDCs on the transnational network enables interoperability and the implementation of wholesale CBDC management features. Mariana has reached 3 main conclusions. First, the project showed that it's possible to balance the need of central banks to manage wholesale CBDC issuance and access with the ability for financial intermediaries to hold, trade, and settle using wholesale CBDC. The transnational network hosts an FX interbank market where no intermediaries are required to trade. Second,
So no intermediary are to trade. You don't right? You don't need SWIFT. There's no correspondent bank anymore. What else does this except for the XRP ledger? Public ledger. The public XRP ledger. Please tell me. I'll wait. I'll wait, right? Let's continue here.
Second, wholesale CBDCs combined with an automated exchange mechanism collapses trading and settlement into one step.
Right here it says the wholesale CBDCs combined with an automated exchange mechanism collapses trading and settlement into one step. Remember how David Schwartz talks about how they actually have an order book and a built-in exchange and an automated market maker? They have 3 combined, which he says surpasses anything you can even imagine in the decentralized world or automated market making world. Like, the David is so excited he's not even touching the ground, right? In my opinion, this is what they're talking about right here, because you're getting trading and settlement, you're getting the benefits of those 3. This to me is what he was talking about, obviously, what David was freaking out about. So excited about.
Gating towards improved settlement efficiency and lower global settlement risks. Finally, Mariana's infrastructure could enhance transparency significantly, guided by the FX Global Code, a global set of principles for robust, fair, and transparent markets. Mariana shows that it's possible to seamlessly integrate an interoperable FX interbank market into a cross-border financial market infrastructure and enable.
So right here it talks about the FX Global Code, and it says a global set of principles, robust, fair, and transparent markets. So it's a global set of principles for robust, fair, and transparent markets. So RippleNet has a rule book. A lot of people don't realize this, but RippleNet has a global governance rule book that all of the banks, central banks, commercial banks, fintech companies, whoever joins the RippleNet network has to sign up for this rule book. So Ripple's global payment network, RippleNet, is democratically governed by the RippleNet Committee, a group of global industry-leading financial institutions. This committee collectively evolves and maintains standardization across global cross-border transactions. Members can transact, right here, members can transact with anyone on Ripple's growing global real-time payment network through a single agreement. Standard rules. All network members adhere to the RippleNet rulebook, a common global framework with functional standards and SLAs. This is a global framework with functional standards and SLA. Then it goes on here to say about the ISO 20022 standard evolving to meet the new global standard. The world is converging on a new global standard and stepping into the future with the ISO 20022. As the first member focused on, this is years ago. I'm fully aware that this is years ago. As the first member focused on blockchain and distributed ledger technology, Ripple is evolving to meet the needs of the customers with this powerful standard for the world's cross-border payment. They were the first distributed ledger company to join the ISO 20022, but a lot of people don't realize that Ripple is the only DLT company that is actually on the steering committee of the ISO 20022. Yes, there are other cryptos that are ISO compliant, but Ripple is the only blockchain company that's actually on the steering committee of the ISO 20022, and it's the only blockchain company that is on the cross-border payments task force or committee. The cross-border, it's either cross-border payments task force or cross-border payment committee for the BIS. That's the Bank for International Settlements. Ripple's the only company. If I had more time, I would go show you that document, but I don't want to make the video 2 hours. RippleNet. The Global Payment Steering Committee aims to create a more efficient and faster global payment systems, potentially challenging the traditional SWIFT. Okay, so I just want to show you that because it's saying that Project Mariana has a global set of principles for robust, fair, and transparent markets, and it also says that it operates on a transnational network, right? A transnational network, which is the XRP ledger, the public XRP ledger, which is built on the interledger protocol. So we're going to listen a tiny bit here again.
Market infrastructure and enable trading against the AMM, market bank market, transparent markets.
Oh, and remember what David Short said when he talked about trading against the AMM. We're just going to listen to what they say here, but keep in mind what David Schwartz was saying.
Mariana shows that it's possible to seamlessly integrate an interoperable FX interbank market into a cross-border financial market infrastructure and enable trading against the AMM with a 3-token pool, whilst improving efficiency and reducing risks.
So I'm going to go back to this document here. This is document for the BIS. It mentions AMM, the automated market makers, 91 times. It talks about the transnational network 47 times. It uses the word transnational 57 times. It uses the word liquidity 76 times right here. I don't know if you can see that. 76 times it uses the word liquidity, and I'll use just one example here. It talks about how the use of AMMs requires the pre-funding of liquidity, and their adoption would therefore entail a significant departure from the ex-post funding deferred settlement in use in today's FX market. Meaning a pre-funding account, this would like be the past. We would have to get away from this pre-funding nostro vostro account if we want to basically accomplish this new solution that Mariana has. What is RippleNet? What does Ripple do? It replaces SWIFT. It replaces the correspondent banking system. You don't have to hold trillions and trillions in nostro vostro accounts all overseas internationally in order to do your transaction. There's no more need for nostro vostro accounts. This is what Brad Garlinghouse has mentioned a million times every time he's interviewed. He's always talking about cross-border payments. We're going to remove the need for nostro vostro account and we're going to replace SWIFT. I'm just using one example of the word liquidity, and I read this one phrase here and it describes exactly what Ripple does. And the word liquidity is mentioned 76 times, like I said. Right here, automated market maker. For the purpose of Mariana, this is a decentralized exchange using a bonding curve and a liquidity pool. So it's a decentralized exchange that has a liquidity pool. Isn't that interesting? To price and exchange tokenized asset, the constant function market maker. So right here, upon transfer to the transnational network, upon transfer to RippleNet or the XRP ledger, right? The wholesale CBDCs adopt a uniform technical standard which facilitates their use in the AMM. In the AMM, commercial banks, AMM stands for automated market makers. So in the AMM, commercial banks can instantly trade and settle one wholesale CBDC for another. Where can you instantly settle a wholesale CBDC one for another? Where can you go from euro to yen or from yen to peso and vice versa? Where else can you do that but RippleNet? Please, like I said earlier. Right guys, for you guys that know Ripple, have researched Ripple for a while, you know there's no other place that you can do that, like I said, except for XLM. You can do that a bit on XLM, but the majority of wholesale CBDCs are being built on Ripple. I'm not saying that there's none being built on XLM. It's not what I'm saying. So commercial banks, and they can generate revenue by contributing liquidity. So that's why David Short says anybody can provide liquidity for the XRP ledger, for the liquidity pools. And here, when I ask Grok 3, tell me about Project Mariana, it says it's using DeFi concepts like automated market makers on a public blockchain. So this is a public blockchain. I'll tell you one thing, my friends, it is not Bitcoin that they're using here. My goodness. And it's not Pepe or any of these other meme coins either. And for goodness sakes, can someone please tell Michael Saylor that Bitcoin is not God's gift to humanity? Bitcoin is not the solution. It's not the chosen one. You can't even buy a coffee with it. I mean, come on. I have no issues with someone believing in Bitcoin because they're new to crypto, and it is, it's definitely better than holding fiat currencies. But for goodness sakes, Michael Saylor, talk about speaking your book. Like, there's an expression, he's talking his book, but there should be a limit to how much you can talk your book.
Hey, my friend, I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to take a minute to show you the Apex crypto community. I'm going to start by getting my big hit out of the way here. So I'm going to disappear for a sec so that I can show you around. So in the community, we have live Q&A sessions twice per week. You just ask me questions back to back. It's all on video. It's really cool. And they're recorded so you can watch them later. I'll explain this in more detail in a minute. There's the discussion threads. So we drop all the alpha here, all my deep dive documents, anything I find that helps the community, and the whole community is just dropping stuff here. It's really cool. So you've got Ripple, QNT, Stellar, different discussion threads, and there's the courses. So I'll start by explaining the courses. So here under courses right here, these are all of my deep dives, whether new deep dives, older deep dives, exclusive deep dives. All of my content is all organized perfectly for you. All my new deep dives would be released here first. I always try to release them in the community before releasing them on YouTube. And then for this course here, there's many videos in here already right now. These are deep dive best moments. So these are short video series. So I'm taking all the best and most important moments of every deep dive, I'm condensing them and putting to a short video. So instead of a 40-minute, 30-minute video, you can watch all the best parts for maybe anywhere between 6 to 15 minutes. So these are all basically condensed alpha only short videos from my deep dives. So if you want to see proof that the unified ledger, shared ledger, regulated liability network, the regulated settlement network is all the XRP ledger, you would go under this course here. For example, these are 3 deep dives that I did here showing all of the proof. If you want to see evidence that the Federal Reserve is definitely working with Ripple and XRP, you would go under this course here. There's 2 deep dives here. So 2 videos, approximately over an hour for sure. These maybe 2 hours. If you want to see all the proof of the connections between the IMF and Ripple XRP, the true hidden history of XRP and how it's technically the new special drawing rights of the IMF, really, really deep stuff here. You would go under this course here. It's actually 4 deep dive. So 4 videos here that I've done. You want to see the connection where the World Bank talks about the XRP in detail, a framework, you would go here. Who really created Bitcoin? If you want to know the real story about Bitcoin, you would go here. If you want to see all the evidence that SWIFT, which is connected to over 10,000 banks, you really want to see how they're using XRP Ledger and how they're going to use XRP, you would look at these 3 deep dives here. You want to know anything about QNT right here. These are my 7 deep dives of QNT right here. You can't even put a price on that. Here I spent over 5,000 hours researching QNT, and I've spent over 9,000 hours researching XRP. So you want to understand Project Enbridge and see all the evidence that Project Enbridge is using the XRP ledger. You would go here. There's 3 deep dives here. Project Enbridge became BRICS. So that's connected to all the BRICS nations. If you want to understand the difference between Quant and XLR, it would be here. You want to see the real deep connection and relationship between Ripple and R3 and see all the proof that R3 is going to use the XRP ledger. You would go here. Want to understand the difference between XRP and XDC in regards to R3 Corda? What is XDC's role and what is XRP's role? You would watch these deep dives that are in this course here. So 2 videos here. So here, the BIS Innovation Hub. So that's Project Mariana, Project Jura, all the projects under Bank for International Settlements. That's the BIS. I did 12 deep dive videos here covering 12 of them, all showing that they're all using the XRP ledger. So technically, all my deep dives are all organized perfectly here. And then by the time you're watching this video, there's probably a lot more content that's been added depending on when you're watching this video. I'm going to be also dropping all of my interviews with all the different content creators and amazing people that I have been privileged to be on their show. So for example, Paul Barron, I always do interviews with Paul Barron. This is going to be here and other interviews as well. For those videos where I've been interviewed or was on a podcast with another content creator and they invited me, it'll be a link that brings you to their YouTube channel out of respect for them. So that'll be there. More and more courses are going to be added here because I'm recording new videos every day. So this is going to keep filling up. Again, depending on when you're watching this video, this was recorded at the very beginning. So there might be another 20 courses as we speak here. On the left-hand side here, you have many different tabs. So this is the Apex Live Q&A session. Do a live Q&A. This is like a Zoom call. So this is a video and you can ask me anything. So the community just asks me question after question after question. It's really cool. And everything is recorded and dropped in the community for you to watch it later. If you know you cannot make it, you just just drop your question here under the live Q&A question section. Drop it right here, and I will do my best to answer it verbally. All of the recording from the very beginning, since I started my community, are all recorded and dropped here, so you can even watch the last 10, 20, 40 Q&A sessions if you want. It's all there in the community, so value just keeps accruing and accruing in the community. Here are the different threads. So here is where we discuss on a daily basis. The community drops alpha constantly. For example, I'm dropping many of my exclusive documents in here that I use for my deep dives. Everything's dropped here. You can't even imagine what you'll find here. And the community is also dropping different things. It can be videos, it can be documents, it can be anything, helping us to all grow and really gain some ridiculous advantage in this coming fourth industrial revolution. So that was Ripple XRP. This is the QNT. This is the trade for Stellar XLM. We've got HBAR, XDC, and we've got other utility tokens here. Any utility token that you believe is a really good token, you can drop it here. Here is the crypto news, macro and regulation. So anything that has to do with the macro environment, you can drop it here. You can ask questions, and the community or myself will try to answer you. I can't always get to the questions, obviously, because the community is growing so fast, but that's why I created the Q&A question thread so that you could drop your questions and I will answer them. So that's the full community. That's what you get with the premium membership. It's only $49 right now. It's ridiculously cheap, and if you lock in at that price, it's guaranteed for life, and you get the 7-day free trial, so you can cancel anytime within 7 days and doesn't cost you anything at all. I don't know when I'll increase the price and how high, but this is really a low price. And as you can see, this is not just a regular Patreon or Discord. This is a full-blown platform. It's built on Circle, which is the top platform in the world right now for communities. The interface is just amazing. It allows me to really provide a lot of value to the community by building it on the Circle platform. So thanks again for joining the Apex Crypto community. We're really happy to have you on board with us. I'm really looking forward to meet you in there. Thank you so much. Wishing you a great day, great night, great evening, wherever you are, and God bless you so much. Thank you.